Right, good morning and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan, the channel where we share about all your Thai girlfriend stories, and today we've got a good one, and I'm sure there are going to be so many men out there that can relate to this guy's story. So without further delay, let's jump in to today's Thailand story. Hi Dan, I love your channel and it has opened my eyes and helped me see the light. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Now my Thai bar girl story started in April 2025. Going to Thailand has been a lifelong dream of mine. I travel quite a bit for my job and I have worked in Asia quite a lot and always planned to go to Thailand for a little vacation. But life always seemed to get in the way and I just never made the trip. Now finally, in April 2025, I had a week-long job in Singapore and I decided to take the short flight to Phuket for a week-long vacation. Now I am 52. I'm in good shape, take good care of myself, and I do okay with the women. Now I usually date younger than me, but the women are usually in their mid-upper 30s. But women in their 20s want nothing to do with me unless I am in Thailand. Now, while I was there, I went to Qatar, Phi Phi Islands, and Patong, and I had a great time. One night, I met up with a female co-worker who also decided to go to Thailand. We walked Bangla Road, went to the bars, go-go bars, and had a great time. Drinking, dancing, and just overwhelmed by what we were witnessing. Now I didn't talk to any bar girls, etc. I just hung out with my friend and we ended the night going our separate ways. But damn, was that fun. Now I was alone for the rest of the trip and I mostly sat on the beach, did a couple excursions and relaxed. Now I would get dinner in the night markets, restaurants, and I stayed away from bars in the red light district. Now, my last night I decided to get a hotel down the street from Bangla Road. I put on my favourite shirt and went out bar hopping. I ended up at a go-go bar, sat at the bar, and a gorgeous bar girl sat next to me. Now let's call her Fa, 23, and she speaks decent English. She spoke it well enough that I never had to pull out a translator. Now she did ask if it was my first time in Thailand and if I was alone, and being my first time, I said yes. I can still see the drool dripping down her chin and mouthing to herself, "Fresh meat." Well, as you can guess, we started playing games and drinking. I was buying her lady drinks and her friends, the bartender, Mama-san, and she even brought me in a strip club across the alley to buy her friend who was a cashier a drink. Now, I did have my wits about me and I was all okay with this. Now, it was my last night and I wanted to go out with a bang, and I knew the deal. She played the good girl part so well, telling all the usual lies. We talked about going to my hotel, but she said no, I need to get to know you more. Now looking back, she just wanted to keep me in the bar, to keep me there, to buy everyone drinks until I ran up a 10,000 baht bar bill. And then she finally said, "Okay, let's go to your hotel." And it was 4 AM and I was too drunk to get down to business. So we exchanged numbers so she could come to my hotel the next day before I left, as my flight was leaving at midnight. Now I did text her the next day, but the message was never delivered. So that was that, or so I thought.
What a plonker, what a plonker.
Now fast forward a month later, May 2025. I get a job in South Korea and I decided to go to Thailand for another vacation after. I was hell-bent to go back to that bar in Patong and bar-find this beautiful woman that I couldn't get out of my mind. I mean, she drew a heart with my name on it over her heart with a marker. This was definitely true love. Now a month later, my flight landed at 8 p.m. and by 11 I walked into the bar, and as soon as I did, there she was. She smiled and we were back at it. Drinks for everyone. And again, I was fine with this. I know the deal. Buy drinks, I get company and maybe some fun back at my hotel. Now this time, I watched what I drank and we went back to my room. And guys, it was so much fun. Now I did not research prices or know what the going rate was, so I definitely paid too much. Now after watching some of your videos, Dan, and others, I paid a lot. I paid 5,000 baht plus taxi plus a fee at the hotel to bring her to my room. But again, true love does not have a price. Now, we would text every day, send each other photos. She would sweet talk me. She says all the normal things a bar girl says to hook you. Now Fa started work at 7 and got off at 4. So she would wake up at 3 or 4 p.m, shower and come over before work. We did the business where she charged me another 5,000 baht. She would ask me to come to the bar every night, but I declined as I didn't want to spend 10,000 baht every night buying drinks. I'd go to the night market, hang out at the pool and text Fa. Now Fa told me that she has never cared for a foreigner until she met me. I changed everything for her and she wished it was just nookie and feelings didn't get involved. I knew this was all BS, but as you do, I played along. Now she came over 2 more times and we got down to business and she didn't charge me 1 baht. Now Fa even bought me a bunch of drinks with her own money, or maybe her other sugar daddy's money. I really don't know. Well, it was finally time for me to go home. She didn't come to the airport with me. There wasn't a dramatic goodbye. We quietly texted goodbye and she said she will call me every day, and I said to myself, okay, this will last a week. Now, I was fully aware that she was full of BS. I was raised by narcissistic parents, had family members that were addicts, so I think I'm pretty decent with seeing right through the BS. Now, I came across your videos and started watching all the Thai girl stories. It is crazy what she is doing is straight out of the Thai girl playbook on how to hook a phalang and rinse them. And to be honest, I'm actually quite impressed by her determination. She calls me every day, video calls me, texts me, hearts, I miss you, etc. And I play along. She says that she doesn't want to go home with anyone and that I am her boyfriend. So, how am I the one that swept her off her feet and she no longer wants to go home with customers? How am I so lucky that after knowing me for 5 days and being together for a total of 24 hours because of her schedule, she has deemed all foreigners and all that lovely money not worthy? Now, Fa went on holiday with friends. She went from calling me every day, video call, good night messages, texting I miss you, to barely responding. Now, she did send me a couple of photos of herself. Jokingly, I said, "Are you having a good time with your sugar daddy?" She got so mad. "Daddy, don't you trust me? You could have called me to see who I'm with. I don't go with Guy. You never trusted me." So I just said, "I do," just to move on. Also, back home when she is at the bar, she will text me at the start of her shift, and then she goes quiet, and then she will video call me as she is closing and will keep me on the phone until she is in bed to say good night. She is obviously being bar fined, etc. during those 8 hours of silence. When she video calls me at the end of the night, she will set up the phone so it's facing her as she is talking to customers from behind the bar. I can hear all the guys asking her to go home with her, and she will say, "No, I have a boyfriend." And all of this is to keep up the good girl charade going on, and that I'm the one and she will never go home with anyone but me. Now, Fa even video calls me when she goes to the club after work with friends, and she sets her phone up on the table facing her and keeps me on until she gets home. The amount of work that goes into all of this, as I'm sure that she has multiple men that she does this with, it's really crazy and exhausting to me. When she video calls me after work sometimes, we don't talk. I will just listen as she is talking with her girlfriend, sitting in their bedroom, gossiping away in Thai. So, I tried putting my phone up to Google Real-Time Translate, but she talks so fast and Google has a hard time keeping up. But what is being translated, she is definitely still going with customers. All of this, and if I don't answer when she calls, she will text and ask me, "Who are you with? You with girls?" The jealousy. Now, Dan, I'm going back in July for 3 weeks to remote work, and we have plans to hang out. Now, I do have to work a lot, so I can't spend a lot of time in the bars. She hasn't asked me for money yet. And there hasn't been a sick buffalo, a sick ant, no sister that needs new braces, or the house needs a new roof. No monthly allowance because she doesn't sleep with customers anymore. Now, she once asked me to buy her a drink over video call when I was home. I said yes. And on her way home from work, she said, "Daddy, you have to pay my drink bill now." So I pretended like I didn't hear her and quickly changed the subject. I knew this wasn't going to be a bill for 300 baht. This was going to be a 6,000 baht drink tab for her and all her friends, and I wasn't going to pay that. Now, she never mentioned it again, so she is definitely playing the long game with me. So I figured while I'm there, I will see her, and since she is not charging me for Nookie as part of her long game strategy, I will be more than happy to accept the freebies to make up for being overcharged. I will obviously have no issue taking her out for the occasional dinner or to go to her bar to buy a couple of rounds of drinks to keep up appearances. Now, I don't feel bad about playing my own game because she would not think twice about dropping me once she took everything. I will play the long game and see how long it lasts before she asks for sponsor money or any of the other ridiculous reasons why she needs money. Ow, Tang Ma. Once she does, I will stall until I leave. When I'm back home, I will end it and move on to the next. I'll be back for more remote work in October for 3 months. I will not become another Thai bar girl horror story. I have my guard up with people to begin with because of my history and the way that I was brought up. But without your channel, I might have let my guard down a little bit. I definitely would not have gotten rinsed, but I might have bought a couple of more rounds too many or paid another 5,000 baht for a good time. Your channel has taught me so much about the mind and motivation of a Thai bar girl. I will stick to the 3-day rule from now on, but I don't know if I want to deal with bar girls anymore. One of these days, I might not be so lucky and one can catch me in a vulnerable state. Keep up the good work, Dan, and I will let you know how my 3-week trip goes in August. You know, a small part of me hoped I found that 1 in a million, but my wallet and my dignity says run. Right, guys, let us know what you think about this story down in the comments below. And do you think that he has the right attitude when it comes to messing around with the bar girls? Now, it's quite common to get love bombed by these bar girls and by the Thai women that are hunting foreigners on a daily basis. They know that if you like them and they love bomb you enough, they can get what they truly want out of you. And that's just the way things operate here. They're doing a job solely to generate money. And part of their job is to entertain you, keep you happy. And if there's big money at stake where you are willing to spend 10,000 baht on bar bills and maybe become a long-term sponsor, then yes, they will reel you in. Now guys, if you want to share your own Thailand story on the channel, then please get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. Now a quick one in regards to myself. Guys, I honestly have never felt so happy in years. And to be honest, my relationship with my son and his happiness is so different because we can spend quality time together now without any craziness. And it's very relaxing, it's very peaceful, it's very fun. And I can honestly state, guys, I absolutely feel so different to how I've felt for the last few years. And I just hope that I'm allowed to continue what I'm doing now with my son and hopefully have a happy future. And that's all I can ask for, guys. And in regards to all the, craziness on my ex's channel, leave her to it, let her enjoy herself. I just want to cut that part of my life out and just get on with this new part of my life where now I finally feel happy. So guys, if you're in a relationship and you've not felt happy for a long time and you realize that it's getting toxic, you're not being treated nicely, you're being treated like garbage, and you feel miserable and even depressed, get out of it as fast as you can. Honestly, you will feel so much better. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves as always, and don't allow a woman from anywhere in the world to rinse you dry. Ciao for now, bye bye.